Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. In year 1 after Hijrah, that means year 14 after the prophecy of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, when he entered Medina, he found the Muslims, as the narrator said, wajid al-nas. He found people. At that time, there are Muslims and non-Muslims. He found the people celebrating a day. And when he asked them, what are you celebrating? They said, these are days that we found our people from Jahiliyyah period. They're celebrating them. So we are continuing the same practice, the same culture. We're doing the same thing. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam informed the Muslims, Inna Allah abdalahuma biyawmayn. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala replaced these 2 days with 2 different days. There are Eid al-Fitr and Eid al-Adha. This was in year 1. But it seems, and Allah knows best, that the Prophet ﷺ did not pray Salatul Eid on that year, because Salatul Eid is related to Al-Fitr. And Al-Fitr, as you know, we did talk about during Ramadan, was made compulsory upon the Muslims when? In Sha'ban, year 2. So the year after that. So how would Rasulullah pray Eid al-Fitr while there is no fasting at that time? So Allah knows best. It was made obligatory from that year, and Rasulullah started practicing that where Ramadan was made obligatory upon the Muslims, and that is in the following year. Salatul Eid, my dear brothers and sisters, in the view of, I'm saying this to you today, I might keep you a little bit for longer. Usually Imams outside, when I hear them, they talk about Eid on the Eid day. It's too late to talk about Eid and etiquettes of the Eid and ahkam of the Eid on the day when you are on the Eid. It will be too late. You already left your home. You already done. Everything is finished. So you need to talk about it before that. Salatul Eid, it is in the view of majority of the scholars of Islam, it is a sunnah mu'akkada, means strong recommended sunnah to pray it. However, looking into the hadith of Rasulullah ﷺ, when he commanded al-awatiq wal-hiyyad wa dhawat al-khudur, means all ages of females, older ladies, those who are receiving their period, and the younger ones, all of them to attend Salatul Eid. They said, some scholars said, this shows that Salatul Eid is wajib. It's not a sunnah. Then how Rasulullah ﷺ would command all types of ladies who normally don't attend Salatul Jama'ah to attend Salatul Eid on that day. That shows Salatul Eid is wajib. And this perspective that I explained to you now, it is the view of a Hanafi school. You can see the smile in the faces. Because it is in the Hanafi school and was selected by late Hanabila as well. So Salatul Eid is your choice, whether you're going to attend it. Well, sometimes you can find yourself in a situation. Last night a brother said, I will not be able to attend none of the 4 salawat that you are offering. I only be able to attend Salatul Eid. Is that okay? So you might find yourself in a situation like that. At least you have an opinion when there is an ijtihad between the scholars. Let me take you from the beginning, and then we'll go through that, and then we'll talk about Salatul Eid. The day, which is tomorrow, the Maghrib of the last day of Ramadan, when our mu'takifeen, they will be leaving after that, they will go back to their families, and Ramadan ended by the Maghrib of the day. That is the day when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, وَلِتُكْمِلُوا الْعِدَّةِ وَلِتُكَبِّرُوا اللَّهَ عَلَى مَا هَدَاكُمْ وَلَعَلَّكُمْ تَشْكُرُونَ. So the day of the Eid, it starts from the Maghrib of the last day of the Eid, the Ramadan, or starts from the Fajr. 2 views between the scholars. You start your takbir, Allahu Akbar, either from the Maghrib, that's an opinion, or you start after the Fajr of that day, the Eid day, and that is also an opinion. Why are we saying an opinion? Because Rasulullah ﷺ did not say takbir. Rasulullah ﷺ was an imam, he came out, they stopped their takbir. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He showed us, He guided us, وَلِتُكْمِلُوا الْعِدَّةِ, complete the period of Ramadan, either 29 or 30 days, and وَلِتُكَبِّرُوا اللَّهِ, and say takbir, Allahu Akbar. Why? Because He guided you, He made you able to complete Ramadan. And that may make you think and remember to say thank you to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. لَعَلَّكُمْ تَشْكُرُونَ. You say Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar kabira, or you say Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, La ilaha illallah, Wallahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Walillahi alhamd. That is both of them narrated from the Sahaba of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. You add extra sentences as I hear them sometimes in the Masjid. نصر عبدا وعز جندا وهزم الأحزاب وحده اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد وأزواجه وبناته و. That was not narrated from the Sahaba. You want to add that, you're responsible between you and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. You adding that, but it's not the sunnah of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam and was not practiced by the Sahaba. So that's up to you. What was narrated from the Sahaba? Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar kabira, or Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, La ilaha illallah, Wallahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Lillahi alhamd. You say that, that will be sufficient inshallah ta'ala. That is at the Maghrib or the Fajr. You pray your Fajr, and after that, the Sahaba was narrated from them, they go back to their home, and Ibn Umar radiallahu ta'ala anhu after Salat al-Fajr, goes back to his home, and he used to have a shower, he used to beautify himself, and he used to wear the best of his clothes or new clothes. If you have new clothes, it will be better. If you don't have your best of your clothes, you wear them, have perfume, and have the ghusl in the same way as you beautify yourself for Salatul Jum'ah. If you do that, of course, for Salatul Jum'ah. I know that you come from work, sometimes it's too late to do all of that. And then you come to the Masjid while you're making takbir, you use a way to the Masjid, and it is recommended, as Abu Hurairah radiallahu ta'ala anhu narrated, كَانَ يَأْتِي إِلَيْهَا مَاشِيًا. He used to come to Salatul Eid walking. And because of that, the ulama, the madhahib, the scholars recommended to attend Salatul Eid walking. So let the people, it's a sha'ira min sha'airillah. It's one of the signs of Islam. Salatul Eid, it is one of the greatest signs of Islam. وَمَن يُعَظِّمْ شَعَائِرَ اللَّهِ فَإِنَّهَا مِن تَقْوَى الْقُلُوبِ. We should glorify and show it. Come from this way, come from that way, come from that way, and walk. Park your car far away and walk it as Rasulullah used to do. Although Rasulullah from his home to the musalla, not to the Masjid. But we come to the Masjid because we are praying in the Masjid. So it will be good, my dear brothers and sisters, you walk from the place, you park your car somewhere far where you don't block any driveway, and nicely, sensibly you walk and you make takbir, inshallah ta'ala. You fulfill the sunnah and also you help your community. You come to the Masjid. Of course, I forgot one thing, before you leave, you need to eat something, my dear brothers and sisters. You must eat something. You do not connect Ramadan with the Eid day, and it's strongly recommended that you have something to eat before you come to the Salah, because you don't show that is a fasting day. When Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the Islam commanded that Salatul Eid is haram for you to fast, then they said it's strongly recommended to eat before you leave for Salatul Eid. You attend the Masjid, you sit nicely, you do takbir. If you attend the Masjid, my dear brothers and sisters, there is no sunnah for Salatul Eid. There is no sunnah before, there is no sunnah after Salatul Eid in the Masjid at all. That is the right opinion. There is no sunnah. You come to the Masjid. If it was, we come to the Masjid, sometimes we are saying this talk outside in the park, then there's no Tahiyatul Masjid. But you come to the Masjid, you can make Tahiyatul Masjid because you come to the Masjid. If you want to pray Salatul Duha, you can pray Salatul Duha. But because you are in the Masjid, so you can do that. And you sit down, you make your own takbir until the Imam comes out. He comes into the Masjid. When you see the Imam comes to the Masjid and comes to the front, then you stop your takbir. That's the time when the takbir will be stopped. The takbir is recommended, my dear brothers and sisters, to say it loud. And while you're coming into the Masjid, say it loud. Let the others hear you. Let the others hear the takbir of Allahu Akbar. And inside the Masjid, you don't need someone to remind you. Let's say takbir. Let's do it together. Let's this, let's that. You're a Muslim. You came, and that is, remember the saying of Allah, وَلِتُكْمِلُوا الْعِدَّةَ وَلِتُكَبِّرُوا اللَّهَ. Allah is expecting from you at the time to make takbir. Imam comes, he will pray Salatul Eid. Again, I'm going for small details here and there because I would like you to know this. It's an education more than just letting you to know what to do on that day. You know the words that you hear them, Salatul Taraweeh, Salatul Witr, Salatul Shafa', or saying before Salatul Eid, Salatul Eid, or Salatul Jami'ah. None of these was said by Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And if you don't say it, And that's what expect from the community. You come for Salatul Eid. When your Imam stands up to pray, what he's going to pray? Salatul Dhuhr, Salatul Asr, Salatul Isha, he's going to pray Salatul Eid. Does he need to say to you, Salatul Eid, athabakumullah? When he comes for Salat Taraweeh, he's going to pray Taraweeh. Do I need to remind you, Salatul Taraweeh, athabakumullah? I'm going to pray Janazah. There's no Janazah in front of me. There's nothing. So Salat Taraweeh, you know it. Rasulullah did not say it. The Sahaba did not say that. However, I know some scholars like Imam Shafi'i allowed to say this statement before the Salah for, as Uncle, he's hearing me now, Uncle Dr. Khawaj says, we are not an Arab, we are an Ajami. We don't understand what you are doing, so tell us that what you're going to pray. Okay, we're going to pray Salat Taraweeh in a bit, Uncle, inshallah, and tomorrow we're going to pray Salatul Eid, and after that we're going to pray Salatul Eid, inshallah ta'ala. So it's allowed to say Salatul Eid in the view of Imam Shafi'i. Salatul Eid, just for your knowledge as well, it is 8 takbirat, including takbirat al-ihram, or 7 takbirat without takbirat al-ihram. It's the same way as you pray Salatul Jumu'ah, and you have with including with an addition of the takbirat, and you have 5 takbirat in the second rak'ah as well. We Salatul Eid, we start with the Salah first, which is all encouraged to do it, and then after that we have the khutbah or the speech from the Imam, and it's recommended for you to attend, but it's not a wajib. Even in the Hanafi school who says, or the Hanbali, they say it's a wajib to attend the Salah, but the khutbah, you don't have to attend it, but be good if you attended the Masjid. Wait until the Imam completes the khutbah. It will be short, inshallah ta'ala, and then greet each other after that, inshallah ta'ala. I'm not going to make it any longer. Remember Zakatul Fitr. Okay? If you don't give Zakatul Fitr, you need to give it either today or tomorrow before Salatul Eid.